Yep. Cool.
Amazing. So everybody who is joining, we are here with Sergiu Kazak, and he's a founder of Personizely. And this is actually the first episode of our seven webinar series of Personizely team and Personizely product, where we'll be discussing a lot of interesting trends, a lot of interesting features about the Personizely and about the journey of the founders as well. So thanks everybody for joining, and we'll be starting really soon with the first question. But before we start, let me tell you down in the chat, if you're watching this either on Zoom or either on a Facebook page, if you can actually see us, if you can hear us, just let me know there. Just type yes, just type one, anything, and we will continue really slowly. But before I will ask you the first question, Sergiu, can you actually introduce yourself a little so our viewers, our people who are already watching, who are already joining, to get to know you to get to know you a little bit more?
Yep, definitely. So let me tell you a little story about who I am. So I'm Sergiu. I'm from Chisinau, and I'm actually a developer by myself. I'm a tech guy, but it turned out I became an entrepreneur and a designer and a marketer and everything all together. So I actually have around 10 years of technical experience. I've worked in various companies. Also worked in other SaaS companies which were in the marketing field. So that's where I got all my experience to start Personizely. So yes, that's a little bit about me. Yeah, I love a lot marketing a lot. That's something strange, maybe something strange for some tech guys, but that's how I came out to be. Yep.
That's, so you're a tech guy, Sergiu. So how did you actually got into this whole marketing game? Because we're gonna be discussing like website personalization and so on, and it's more like a marketing side of the business. So how did a tech guy got into this like really conversion rate optimization market?
Yeah, I just had to, So when I started Personizely, at the beginning for me it was like just a tech game. I was just building nice things. I was building interesting things, but because Personizely itself is a marketing product, and because I had to market Personizely too, so I had to sell it. I needed to learn a lot about marketing, about how do you like make websites sell, how do you use like email marketing for a business, and so on and so on. So it basically was a necessity. I didn't have another choice than to understand marketing. Yes, that's the idea. I'm gonna be expanding a little bit more about how it came to a point that me, a tech guy, got into this kind of messy and hard field of marketing, on-site marketing, email marketing, and so on. But for now, this is a little overview about how it all came to be this way.
All right. So tech guy who got into the marketing, and you're not actually working on Personizely alone because, well, you're building a great product. You're actually quite far ahead, and you need a good team around you. And one of your co-founders, actually, I think only one co-founder, is Damian, who actually joined us, and I will promote him to panelists to allow him to talk as well. But how did you guys met? How did it all started? How did you guys connect in the first place?
Yeah, so let me start with a little of background. So I actually been working on Personizely for a few years, like a side project. I was building it like little by little. I was coding some stuff after work, but it wasn't something really serious. It was always like something to play with, and I didn't really know how to sell it, how to go to the market, and so on. So when I was working into this SaaS company, where we were doing email marketing tool, and Damian was working there too, so we were colleagues there. we had quite a good understanding and relationship. And at some point, this startup, this SaaS, just ran out of money, and we had to close down, and we kind of got fired, but it wasn't really like that. We just had to go and look for other things to do. Okay. So, and Damian knew that I was building this interesting project, and he approached me and said, look, I'm a marketing guy myself, like Damian said, because he has a degree in marketing, and he's more professional marketing than me. I'm just learning what I see on the internet and so on, but he actually studied this, and he has a lot of knowledge, a lot of structured knowledge about what is marketing, how it helps, how you can promote things, and so on. So he said, okay, let's not go and look for work. Let's try and build something out of this thing. So that's how it started. We actually, after we left that company, we took, I think, 2 months to polish the product, to polish all the deliverables, like website, Facebook page, and all this stuff. And I think in 2 months and a half, we launched Personalizely, in a very, very, very early stage, but it was like a finished product with a very good, I'd say, website and everything. So it looked good on the outside. It was very, 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 very young, but we wanted it to look very mature. So yeah, that's how we started with Damian. Right now we are like colleagues and everything, but at some point we didn't even know we're gonna be on a project together. Yes.
That's amazing. All right, so that's a quite interesting story. But what I want to ask, why did you choose this like quite difficult topic, which is website personalization? There are a lot of trends which are going out, going in and going out. But website personalization and personalization in general, I feel that it's becoming more and more important in a current state of marketing and business. So why did you choose exactly this topic to pursue?
It's actually funny because when I started Personalizely, actually, as I said, it was a side project, and I wasn't alone. I had a few guys which were working with me, and we were just exploring what are the things that are going to be cool in the next 10 years. What is going to acquire the market? What we can catch, what we can invest into our time into to catch some trend in 5, 7, 8 years. And as I said, at that point, I wasn't really a marketing guy. I was just a builder. I loved building stuff. I loved building amazing products and beautiful things and so on. So I was building and building and building, and all these guys, they dropped off on the way. So I just kind of remained stuck with this kind of an MVC, something like some kind of a product. And I said, okay, there's two ways. Or I abandon the project, or I try to learn a little bit about this topic. I try to make myself familiar with it. And if I like it, I can go on. So I started learning a lot about personalization. And, it was a time when A/B testing was a king. Everyone was talking about it. And it was like something so cool, so amazing. But I really thought at that point that why do you A/B test when you can personalize, when you can just adapt everything you see on a website and anywhere to the persona that sees the content. It was really interesting to me, from even me as a developer with a very little marketing practice, I understood that this is huge. If you do it right, you can just raise your conversion 50%, 70%. You can make your ads more and more optimized based on the personalization.
Yeah.
And it was obvious. I didn't have to be a marketologist to understand that. That's why I was so intrigued, and I started digging and digging and digging. Yes, that's what I did.
So you're saying that you are not very big fan of A/B testing, but you prefer to just to personalize the website, which is amazing. Um, so if you could say a vision of your company, is it like that you will make a website personalized and tailor-made for each and every visitor? So what is the vision of the Personalizely? Where do you want to take it in X years?
Yeah, so what we want to do is to make Personalizely a go-to conversion rate optimization tool. And by saying that, I mean, we want to make the tooling we already have, like the personalization editors, the pop-up builder, and so on. We want to make them as accessible to everyone as it could be. We want to make them easy, so you can personalize any website, any content, so you can just, in 5 minutes, you can switch a simple website to a really personalized one. So our vision is that we want to make personalization very, very, very accessible, yeah, to people.
Yeah.
Like, and not only from the financial standpoint, but we want to make it easy for people to do this without like a lot of marketing knowledge, because a lot of concept in personalization are like a pretty easy. You use these concepts every day. Like you are greeting people on the street and say, hi Jacob, hi Damian, hi this. You can use this on the website. So the concepts are really easy. You just have to make the product so easy that anyone can implement them on their website. Yeah.
You're saying that you want to make it accessible for everyone. It almost says that it's not like at this point of time accessible to everyone. Like, are there only like big companies doing website personalization, and you're trying to disrupt this world?
Actually, like if we are talking about this marketing as a whole, let's say there are quite a few competitors. Of course, some of them are like really, really big fishes that don't even have the pricing on their websites and so on.
Yeah, that's how you know that they are big, when you need
Yep.
to ask for a quote.
Yep, definitely. That's how I judge too. Yes, so and most of them don't have the like the easiness of setup and also the easiness of understanding of how easy it is to just get started. Of course, there are a few competitors that we follow too, and we understand they are doing a great job. A lot of our listeners probably know about them, but it's not really about disrupting. We are probably going to disrupt this one together with our competitors. But the idea is, yes, that we want to make it accessible to more people than it is now, and not only big corporations that are doing this, but anyone having a blog, having a website where they sell their courses and so on, can personalize and can like increase their conversions and increase the amount of money they make. It's either that, yes, we just want to help people make more money in the end.
That's great. That's great. And I like what you said. You said that you are in this game with all the bigger fishes, right? But that actually doesn't mean that, like, what is your competitive advantage if you just compare yourself to all the other companies who are doing maybe the similar, maybe the same things? What do you think is the main differentiator from these guys?
Yeah, so there are a few things. So first of all, when we were building Personalizely, and as I said, I like to build things. We are really focusing on making it easier. Easy, it means good UI, beautiful UI, easy to get started, as little as possible steps to get it live, and so on. So basically with Personalizely, as I had recorded a video yesterday on Facebook, you can set up a process in like 4 minutes or 5 minutes. It's like, it's very easy. So one of our like advantages, it's we think we have a really good UI, which will not make you fear the tool. It will make you think that, okay, I can do it. I don't need an agency or anything to set it up. Yeah, but I don't need some high-paid professional to which only knows this specific tool.
Okay.
So this is one. So another one is I think the fact that we are a small company right now, we it's our advantage because we can really steer very easily into the directions that the customers show us. So when we onboard customers, we try to listen to them, try to get some average voice, and take decisions which will make this company like more successful in future. Because it's when you have a big company, you can't just listen to any customer. You cannot just implement any feature. You're just too big. So the fact that we are quite small, I think helps us a lot. I like, maybe a lot of people heard about DHH from 37 Signals, the book rework. They are talking a lot about this. In fact, when you are small, helps you a lot. And sometimes it is better to be able to steer better than to be a big company and just big company without the possibility to change some for your customers. Yes. Yep.
So how many team members do you have on your team right now?
Actually, it's just me and Damian right now.
Amazing. So you're building it on your own. So it means that you're really fast when it comes to fulfilling all the wishes of the customers.
Yep. So we are just two of us right now, but we are seeking to grow our team, of course. But right now we are quite good like this. Yes.
That's perfect.
It's working, and it's better. It's easier to take decisions like that. Yes. And actually, with Damian, we have a really good understanding. We are good friends, and we take the decisions very easy. Yes.
Perfect. So what are the most usual suggestions you hear from your customers, and how do you prioritize which are the good ones and which are well, not that good ones?
You mean like the suggestions coming from the customers? Yeah. So look, we of course answer all the requests. We use Crisp Chat, and a lot of people are texting in about integrations, about features, and so on. And of course, integrations is something we are gonna be working on, but we have a clear vision of what Personalizely should be as a product, and we are trying to like extract the good things, the really interesting things that might bring customers more money, more conversions, more easiness of use, and we are just putting them on our roadmap. That's what we do. Yeah, and sometimes if somebody, let's say, is suggesting something that is not really appropriate or not really appropriate for this kind of product, we just say, okay, look, I think that you can do this in this way, and it's going to be better for you and for your business. And a lot of times people say, why didn't I think of that? It's much better than my idea. Yeah. So we're trying to make people like pleased with what the product can give now, and to promise them that we are gonna be working with it to make it better, so they can get more and more positives from it in the future.
So you're taking a lot of like important decisions every day. And I have a question I like to ask a lot of founders. And what is the most difficult, the most hardest decision you've ever made while building Personalizely?
Oh, it's a good one and a hard one. I don't know. Maybe it wasn't really, for me, it wasn't really anything hard working with Personalizely. It was mostly like a pleasure. It's really good working something that you own. It was after years of working for someone. So even when I took some decisions that I didn't really like, in the end, I had a lot of pleasure like doing it. It was, I'd say, it was an important decision to take Damian on board, but it wasn't hard to take the decision. It was an important decision like to do the lifetime deal, but I wouldn't say it was a hard decision. So it was like, I wouldn't say I had a big hard decision up until now. I'm just trying to work. Maybe the hardest decision was to just keep on working on Personalizely and be okay with the fact that I'm not gonna make like work money for for some time, but that was the price, and I'm happy I committed to it.
I mean, there are two things you need to consider when you are building something your own, like freedom and then the money. And like, if you love the freedom and building stuff, like, I mean, like entrepreneurship is the way, right?
Yep, definitely. That's the
all
thing.
right. It's a two of us right now. What team members are you looking to hire right now?
So we are looking. Yep. We're actually looking. The first one is probably it's going to be a salesperson. So we really think that one-to-one sales is a very good way of acquiring big companies, because in the end, the best way is to have a few big clients with whom you work, and you're making more money, you spend less of your time, and so on. And these deals are much easier to close when you have some trained salesperson, which can deliver like good results and so on. So this is our number one priority. We're also looking for support team engineers, something like that. So because like even today we had so many like support requests and questions and so on, it would be much easier if we had someone else to help us with this. And other than that, we're quite good because me, myself, and Damian are very, very versatile, and we can do a lot of things. And when you need, we are designers. When you need, we are programmers. When you need, we can edit videos and so on. Actually, like the whole personalized design and the website and logo, we did it together with Damian. So
that's amazing. Yeah, actually, notice this this similar thing with a lot of founders, that if you take, for example, a freelancer has a really good vertical knowledge of one thing. But if you take good successful founder, they have like big horizontal knowledge of all these little things they can do, and then they can like talk to all these people, or the programmers, designers, because they know how to do it by themselves. And yeah, that's actually a really good trait to have as a founder.
Yep. So actually, because of that, it's going to be easier to hire people in future and to manage them, because you know what to expect from them, and you know their language and so on, because you've been in the place they are today. Yes. So that's why I think starting small and doing a lot of things by yourself is very good. A very good thing. Yes.
Okay. Let's talk for a few minutes about the milestones you want to achieve. So what are the key company milestones for the next, let's say, next 6 to 12 months that needs to be achieved, that you really want to build, that you really want to implement to make Personalizely even better?
Yeah, so let's put it this way. We have a few technical milestones. So one of them is having a lot more email marketing system integrations. So it means like Drip, ConvertKit, ActiveCampaign, and so on. We're actually working very hard on it. So one very big milestone is to have so many integrations that people just don't ask for them. They just see they are already there. So this is one of the technical milestones. The other one is, of course, building a small team. As I said, this is more of an administrative one.
Okay.
And the other one is, as actually a lot of people have seen, we are going to offer the white label, the agency like stack, and we are actually working on this. So we hope to implement this in the coming 1 to 2 months. So all the guys who bought the agency plans can use it and can onboard their customers and can bring more and more customers to their plans. Yeah, these are quite a few milestones, I think. Yep, that we want to achieve. Yep,
that's perfect. So white labeling sounds really interesting. So are you actually, do you want to go more deep into agency world and helping marketing agencies to get more clients, to provide more services and so on? Or do you want to focus more on single customers who are just running their website, running their businesses?
Look, actually, I mean, I know a lot of people will say that you have to focus on one thing, but what I'm going to say is that we are actually are gonna try to bite a bit from everywhere, as we are doing now. For example, we are pretty successful in the Shopify App Store, but at the same time, we're trying to be successful for like simple websites, for SaaS businesses and so on. So we want to do the same for this. So we want to learn how it's gonna work out with the customers who are buying the white label plan now. We're gonna see what is gonna be the response, how they're gonna use it, how are they gonna onboard customers and so on. And this could be like a very, very viable way of growing the company. Yes, so maybe we won't even focus so much on our efforts on onboarding one by one clients, and maybe it's going to be easier to focus on agencies. But what we're going to do, we're just going to see, work and learn, and we're going to steer according to that. We're not going to take decisions up front. We're just trying to learn from what happens around. Yep.
Amazing.
Yep.
So before we wrap it up, I know as a startup founder, as a SaaS founder, there are like many things you love to do, but well, even more often there are things that you hate to do. And I want to know about things you're really passionate about on your day-to-day basis, what you really love to do.
You mean besides working on Personalizely?
No, I mean within working on Personalizely.
Yeah, actually, what I really like doing in Personalizely is when we have to develop some interesting feature, some new functionality, which is going to be like, I'm so excited about doing this. Sometimes I don't have the, I can't wait to show it to the world. I'm making videos, I'm sharing with Damian, I'm trying to share with people when I'm building some really interesting new features. Because of course, as a developer, sometimes you build things that are not so entertaining, but like doing this, building cool stuff, cool new features, exciting new features, which can really move the needle, is something I love doing every day. I just wake up thinking about this. I go to sleep thinking about this. Like interesting features is my narcotic. Yep.
I love it. All right, Sergiu, there is actually one last thing I want to ask you to do. And this thing, I didn't tell you about it. And I think it's going to be maybe a little bit exciting for you because, as you said, this is your first live ever.
Yep.
And this thing is called 90-second pitch. So you will have a 90 seconds to pitch Personalizely to all the people who are watching right now to just take action, right? And start using your product. And you have a 90 seconds, and I'm ready whenever you are.
Okay, so you can start the clock.
3, 2, 1. First second goes now.
Okay, so Personalizely. So Personalizely is a conversion rate optimization tool, which is built specifically for you to make your websites more engaging, more converting, better, more. So in the end, Personalizely is a tool that will help you skyrocket your conversions. So we have built quite a few tools, and we are going to build a few more, which help you make your website look differently for different set of customers. Also, using Personalizely, you can collect some surveys or emails of your customers. But again, this all is done in a personalized way. You're just showing this to people who need to see this, and you don't show it to someone who have already seen this, and so on. So Personalizely, hence the name, is a personalization tool which will make your personalization life and personalization experience with your website really easy.
Amazing.
Yeah, that's something.
1 minute, 10 seconds.
Yep. Okay.
You did a great job. You did a great job. I mean, you will have a lot of more opportunities. Exactly 6 more opportunities to tweak your pitch even a little bit. So more people will take action. And before we will end this webinar, I just want to thank you all for joining. And we actually have more webinars lined up for this week and for upcoming week as well. And I'm going to walk you through all the topics we are going to be discussing. So this Friday, we'll be discussing website personalization 101, grow your business the right way. So we will take all the ideas we just discussed right now, right here, and we will talk about them in more structured way. So how you can actually start personalizing your website to get the most out of it and to really increase your conversion rate. And then the following week, we will go live every single day from Monday to Friday. And we will be discussing all the specific use cases of Personalizely. So on Monday, we will discuss increasing e-com sales with Personalizely. So if you have an e-commerce store owner, if you have Shopify, WooCommerce, whatever it is, you can join on Monday to learn about website personalization for e-commerce. On Tuesday, we will discuss how to put your software as a service on steroids with Personalizely. So if you're a SaaS owner or if you just like SaaS, Tuesday is a day you really need to register. And then we will be talking about mobile conversions on Wednesday. And that's actually the topic Philip in the chat mentioned that a lot of websites, after you personalize them, look different on a mobile than on the desktop. So we will discuss this as well. And on a Thursday, we will talk about Personalizely 101. So Sergio and the Damian, the other founder, will tell you about all these underground hacks you can use to boost your conversion rate with website personalization. And on Friday, we will uncover 9 website personalization growth hacks to improve your conversions. So following week can be really life-changing for your business and for your wallet as well. So if you wanna join, if you wanna learn more about this amazing trend, about these amazing founders, about these amazing products, go to personalizely.pitchground.com and register for all the talks I just mentioned. So thanks a lot for joining, guys. Thanks a lot, Sergio, for joining as well. It was a pleasure. It was your first talk. How was it? How did you enjoy it?
It was quite exciting. Yes, I've had a few hiccups, but I'm gonna get better. Yes, I'm not really a public speaker, but it's okay. I think.
You did amazing. All right, thanks a lot, and we will see you guys on Friday, when we will discuss how to use website personalization in general for your business.
Yep. Yeah. Thank you, and thank you, attendees. It was a pleasure, and I think we are wrapped up. Yep.
Yeah. Thanks a lot, and see you on a Friday.
Yeah. Bye.